Mase, what's good with you, boy? I'm in King.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. It's your girl, Esmeralda. I am here with your host, Cameron, and your host, Mase. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you guys for watching the first episode. Everybody loved it. We appreciate you guys. We'll start with that. Okay, first question. We're going to go right into it. Ja Morant can't stay out of trouble. He was caught flashing a gun on IG Live, and now he is out for 2 games. He sent out a message stating that he will go through a healing process, but now he is being investigated by Colorado police after multiple incidents.
What is he healing from?
That was going to be my first question. I wanted to let her finish saying what she had to say. That was my first. The fuck is a healing process? See, you know what happens? You know what happens on some G shit? You know what happens? And I'm not being funny and none of this shit because,
Yeah,
you know,
it's really not funny.
Because you know what it is? They'll sit there and say that we insensitive because we grew up in another era and all that other shit. Niggas got to stop playing with this mental health shit.
Yeah.
For real. When niggas get in trouble and niggas ain't doing shit right, niggas just running to that.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what? I bugged out and my brain ain't been working right. So.
But when he get the money from it, it's no mental issues.
Yeah.
You're really not supposed to pay somebody a lot that got mental issues.
Yeah.
But I think he just got goals. I think he's trying to make it out the league and make it to the hood.
Sound about right. I mean, you want to elaborate? Because I got a few things to say about
Yeah,
it.
because I think when he first started, the thing that happened with the kid, that was kind of crazy.
The 17-year-old.
Yeah, boxing with the kid or the kid hit him with a ball. They stomped him out.
We actually have a list of all the shit that he did.
Yeah. One was with the mall head of security.
What happened with the mall security?
No, could you run down? Could you run down everything he did in the last month or so?
Yes,
Okay.
one with a 17-year-old and an altercation with the Indiana Pacers. It was also claimed he was throwing gang signs.
What happened with the Indiana Pacers?
Would you like to elaborate on that one?
Be honest
Was
with
that
you.
the thing with the
laser?
infrared?
Yeah, nigga, he put it. And my thing is, how he getting all these guns on the road? And like, he was in Indiana with a laser on niggas. How would you getting all these guns on the
Oh
road?
my goodness. E4KT or something, EOTF or something.
He has people.
Well, listen, this is my thing on the whole thing, on the situation.
I love Ja as a player though. Maybe that's what make him so aggressive going to the basket.
The whole shit is this, bro. You know, and I've seen it happen a lot with the last few years, even with some peak players for the Raiders.
Yeah.
They were speeding a few years ago, killed somebody. It was like 3 players on the Raiders like 2 years ago that got kicked off for killing and speeding and drinking and driving. And what I call it is, I call it the Gary Coleman syndrome. Seriously.
What's Gary Coleman? Gary Coleman never played sports.
Nah, he never played sports, but I call it the Gary Coleman syndrome. You went through the Gary Coleman syndrome?
No, I went through the Gary Coleman.
Yes.
Then you went through the Gary Coleman.
The Gary Coleman
what was
syndrome.
my Gary Coleman
All
moment?
of us went, not all of us. I'm saying,
All of us.
What happened is with the Gary Coleman, you may still have the Gary Coleman syndrome. For real, but we older and now we know how to do it. No, with the
That's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you what the Gary
Tell me what the Gary Coleman syndrome
The Gary
is.
Coleman syndrome is when you get money at a young age and you got more money than the niggas around you. So when the niggas older than you may got some knowledge, you don't want to hear that. You only listen to the niggas who be like, word, you doing the right thing.
Right.
Gary Coleman is crazy.
Gary was 8 years old when one playing. That's the nigga. Gary Coleman syndrome is when you the youngest nigga with the most money.
That's a lot of people in entertainment.
Right.
Gary couldn't touch his money?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he had the money. I'm talking about when you the youngest nigga with the most money. Gary, don't get it fucked up. Different strokes was still coming on when Gary was 18. He just had that disease. He wasn't growing. Gary's parents was jerking him. I'm just saying, when you the youngest nigga with the most money, that's the Gary Coleman syndrome. So what I'm saying is this, though, realistically, all jokes aside, is that Ja Morant has more money than everybody in his circle. And a lot of niggas is probably yes men in them. Mm-hmm. Instead of telling them, and then the ones who probably may be telling them the right thing may be like, don't get the fuck out of here, you spoiling the fun.
Yeah.
Because I really love him as a player, but I just don't understand. I seen this story on how he got to the NBA. Nobody drafted him. You know, he had that one scholarship offer to D1.
The one guy came in the gym, saw him playing, and said, "We're gonna give you a scholarship."
Right. I never seen all this gangster shit. And I said, I don't want to say he ain't.
Yeah.
I seen his E60 on ESPN story, and this was all backyard shit with your father. You grew up with your parents and everything else. There was no gangster shit on the way. I'm not saying that you wasn't, because maybe I missed something. But you don't get a $230 million deal to start throwing up gang signs and brandish guns in the club. Would you going to elaborate on that?
I think a thing that happened with the young athletes the most is that they break them trying to make them great. Like, you know, being in a park all the time, breaking their will, almost breaking them down mentally. So that's why a lot of kids that end up really great, they malfunction in the mind.
Yeah, but not only that, a lot of athletes, you got to realize, a lot of professional athletes as well have been superstars since they was 8. You're not gonna, the average basketball.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right, absolutely. That's what I'm agreeing with you. The average athlete who's in the pros didn't start when they was 17.
Yeah.
They've been doing this since they was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old.
So they never really got to live. So maybe he's trying to live right now, and this is his form of living.
I think that anybody in that 16 to 28-year-old range is all blurred lines between athletes and rappers.
Yeah.
Because all the
all the rappers think they can ball, and all the ballers think they can.
Stat baby. Stat baby. Stat baby. Come here. This is my stat baby right here. We call her stat baby.
She got all the stats?
Yeah, she works for me only. You can't use her when you want to use the stat baby. When you get a chance, come back and tell me them knucklehead ass niggas that played for the Raiders that ran over some people and killed somebody driving and fucked up their life because they tried to put an album out after they got out the NFL like 2 years ago, all right? All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Please don't ask her to do shit for you, because she's not.
Stat baby, listen.
Yeah, that's that.
Put the camera on me. Stat baby, I need you to find the top 10 most violent athletes.
Nah. You gotta pay her, man. Like that's not free. We can talk about that later, man. But I really just think we'll find out. But I really think that a lot of times these young kids, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell me nothing at 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, with 200 million.
And I didn't.
They couldn't tell me anything with 200,000.
Right,
so
exactly.
I know 200 million. That's the Gary Coleman.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
So you got the Gary Coleman too.
Y'all didn't say. I know I had the Gary Coleman. You had it first from our neighborhood, but I'm just trying to tell you when you got more. Because you got to realize, look. When you grow up where we grew up at, right? And I'm not even talking about John Moran. I don't know his situation, but when the nigga tell you something, they may have some knowledge. I'm talking about, I'm not going to speak for a 22-year-old Mace because he got it way before I got it, but I'm talking about a 22, 23-year-old Cam. And nigga be like, yo, what you should do is you should invest some of that shit. And you need to put this, in here, young fella, because it's going,
You'll never have to work again.
Yeah, you never have to work because Harlem's growing. And you sitting there like this with the money and you looking like, why you ain't do it then?
Right.
Why you ain't do this with your money if you ever had money? So now I can't really go off what you telling me because you fucked up. But you got an idea for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
That's
could
what
go
my
there.
uncle told me. He said, if I had your money in my brain.
Your money with my brain is wild disrespectful. That's
Look at him like this. Right.
That's wild disrespectful.
What are you talking about? And then he asked me to buy him a boat.
Yeah, exactly. But when you young, it's hard. And the niggas, they may have some knowledge, but they ain't got the money to match the knowledge. That shit is gonna be like, that's gonna make you, I'm sorry. That shit gonna have you like, I can't really go with what you saying. I'm gonna keep it honest. He's the main one like that. Like, he's definitely Gary Coleman. Like, fam, it's been times where I can't go into verbatim, but I may be a middleman with somebody who can't talk to him that he may want to talk to, but I gotta be a middleman. And I'll deliver a message to him and I'll be like, yo, so-and-so said XYZ, and he'll be like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, though. And I'll be like, word, that do make sense. I bet, let me go tell this nigga, but me, and he'd be like, listen, man, you know, tell Mace I ain't really trying to make sense. I'm just trying to bust a move. Because sometimes niggas don't want to make sense either. They just
want the money.
Okay.
So,
all right, awesome. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Okay. So speaking of...
wait. No, 1 minute.
Okay.
Was he waving an infrared at the Indiana bus?
that was at the Indiana thing, but he's under investigation now in Colorado for he's throwing up Crip signs and he having a 25 handgun. They're saying.
Was it a real one or a prop?
They're saying like, why would he issue an apology if it wasn't a prop? If it was a prop, he wouldn't be issuing an apology.
So he's full-fledged.
I mean, look, with this, you know what a stat that I looked at also, Murder, is that them niggas is like 12 and 22 on the road or some shit. What the fuck going on the road?
That was crazy. I saw that.
Right,
the guy, Steven Adams said he told him not to go out.
Right.
And then this happened.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, they was talking about as Steven Adams, he could be a voice, but he can't be the leader because he's not that good enough. He's not good enough to be the leader, but them niggas is 12 and 20 something on the road. I have no idea what the fuck going on the road.
They only lost about 5 or 6 games at home.
Yeah, exactly. On home, they feel safe. They got them guns on the road. But
you know what? This brings me to a point. Who's your top 5 or top 10 dangerous athletes? I want to see who you go with.
Before we do that, another thing is, let me look at the camera. And I'm not holding judgment on nobody. T. Morant, you gotta start being a more father figure. The sunglasses, the riling out, trying to fight Shannon Sharp. You having look-alike contests with Usher talking about y'all look. I understand you the new age cool dad, but this is a little too cool.
Yeah.
You know, T. Morant, we got to set an example.
Yeah, you don't want this to go Iverson.
Yeah. And now, listen, Iverson wouldn't have fucked up 230. He got $231 million for 5 years, starting next year. Yeah, big shout out to AI. But as far as most dangerous?
Yeah, who's the most dangerous athletes? Give me one.
You gotta go with that wild ass nigga from New England who killed himself. No disrespect. The nigga, you know my nigga, he was killing, he did a drive-by on niggas. Aaron Hernandez, there you go.
Aaron Hernandez?
That was a wild nigga, because he was into everything.
Well, I got Ray Caruth.
If we going that far, boy, I got OJ.
You got OJ.
You can't go further than OJ, nigga. None of this is funny.
None of this is funny.
I'm talking about dangerous.
Dangerous.
None of this, I'm not laughing at the situation.
Brittany Griner.
That might be too soon, bro.
It might be too soon.
What do you mean dangerous, though? I don't understand.
She might be in my honorable mention.
But for what? Why would she do this dangerous?
Domestic.
She do beat a white. She did. She did.
Sprewell.
Vernon Maxwell.
Vernon
Maxwell going to crowd. Ron Artest slapped the shit out of nigga in the crowd.
Ron Artest said, don't disrespect me nowhere.
No type of way.
In the arena, we'll do it right
here in the middle of with the game almost over.
And then change his name to Meta World Peace.
Yeah, then changed it to Panda World Peace. The name, shout out to my nigga. But the name, he changed it to Panda right now.
Violence is not funny.
At all.
It's not funny.
Not at all.
We were just saying who is our top dangerous artists. I mean, athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And beware those.
Beware of them.
Yeah, and look out for any signs if you're around certain people.
Yeah, if you're around a basketball player, but every time he loses, he comes home and he leaves the gas on, it might be time to leave the house.
There you go.
All right. So speaking of basketball players that are off the court, we can't ignore the players who might have cost themselves playtime on the field. Top NFL draft prospect Jalen Carter turned himself in after a warrant for a crash that resulted in a teammate's death. This happened the day he was supposed to speak at the NFL Combine. He posted bond for reckless driving in relation to a fatal crash in Georgia that returned to the Combine. Oh, sorry.
This was right after they won it. This is the guy that this happened right after they they won the national championship. So
Now-
he was drag racing.
Yeah, he was racing against his friends in another car or another
Yeah.
teammate.
And when he crashed, what did he do?
So he didn't crash, the other car.
The other car crashed, but he started it. Oh, how?
Basically, they don't know who started it, but they got footage of him racing with the car with the people who died in it, and he wasn't truthful at the scene of the crime. They're saying.
Oh.
So basically, he was at the Columbine, if I'm saying it right, the combine, and when he was about to do his interviews, they issued a warrant for his arrest. So he had to fly back, turn himself in, then he ended up flying back to the combine. What I will say about this, it's the same thing and even worse than the John Morant situation because he didn't get his money yet. Like, it's a bunch of dumb shit I did that I always say, thank God.
Yeah.
Because you already know it's a bunch of shit nigga could be like, yo, because if I would have got caught doing this or caught doing that, shit could have went a whole different way. And what these kids got to realize, y'all are only one night for fucking up millions, if not tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. And,
so do you think he's still going to get drafted?
It depends on how much. His charges was misdemeanors. He got caught, I forget what the exact charges, but they were misdemeanors, reckless driving and speeding, something else. But
why do you think so much violence is surrounding the athletes? Do you think it's the music?
That night it could have been liquor, music. They won a national championship. They feeling themselves. A lot of them are going pros. This kid that got arrested is a top 10 prospect.
Speaking of that, there's another guy from Alabama who took the gun to a guy who killed someone.
Right.
And he should be in a lottery.
Absolutely. And then
what's going on with
then you gotta realize, I'm not sure, I'm thinking it was New Mexico shut their season down for too much hazing. They was hazing.
Yeah.
You know, that hazing shit is wild too. I don't know what's going on with the hazing where they just want niggas naked. Niggas on the ass with paint and all type of crazy shit.
What college is that? It ain't a black college.
I don't know.
I know it ain't a black college.
New Mexico State, I believe. I don't want to say the wrong school and they be like, it ain't our school, but it was one of them Mexico schools.
It's one of those schools that black people, lot of black people.
Whatever it was, they said, did you shut down for the season? Whatever the fuck they was doing. It was enough where the school said, y'all can't even finish the season.
That's crazy.
But not only athletes, what I will say is this, a lot of people say stuff about athletes and adults also and coaches are not saying that being not held responsible, but a lot of this stuff gets swept under the rug. It was last year or the year before last when Kansas City was going to the Super Bowl and Andy Reid's son was drunk and crashed into a car that killed like a 3-year-old kid.
Wow.
And they didn't let him go to the Super Bowl and coach, but I haven't heard about that case since it happened. They did a blood test. He was over the limit of being intoxicated. So
honestly,
where
I
did that
think
case
it's the
go?
pressure. I think it's the constant pressure of people drilling their kids to be great. That's breaking them mentally when they're young, and when they get older, they're looking for outlets to have fun, and it's just costing them a lot.
I think that's part of it, but I think it's a lot of what they see too. You got to realize everything is drill. You're getting NIL deals at 16, 17, 18 years old. So now you got a 17-year-old who ain't been to college yet, who got $1 million, who like, I'm going to get a Lamborghini.
That's what I'm saying. I think
and I'm going to go follow my favorite.
That horsepower. He's been driving Toyotas up to this point.
Yeah, that's a
and
fact.
Avis Rentals. And then he get a Lamborghini and he can't control it.
Yeah. But what I really think is like you give and not even being funny like with the Gary Coleman shit. You give a nigga mad bread, and I tell niggas all the time, right? Right now, right? For instance, I know a nigga right now and I'm talking about a friend of mine. Yeah. Who's 32 years old. Yeah. If you give him $2 million right now, he gonna go crazy. Yeah. I'm talking about he gonna fuck off.
El Chapo crazy.
Yeah, we at 1.4 fucked up by Friday. And it's Tuesday. 1.4 is going by Friday. And he's 32, 33 years old. Yeah. And we talking about $2 million for a 32, 33-year-old.
What is he doing with the $2 million?
nigga, first of all, he gotta go stay at the Ritz for 2 months on top. You gotta fly private.
He gotta fly
The
private.
gotta go get some Cuban links.
Yeah.
You gotta spend $25,000 one night in the strip club
Yeah,
just
he
to
gotta
say
do the money sleep. He gotta show money
Just he
sleep.
did this. He gotta hold 100,000 to his ear like this,
Yeah.
off top. Gotta go get the bracelets and everything. He's fucking that off like Brewster's Millions.
Yeah.
Immediately. But that's a 33-year-old. You telling a 19-year-old 200 million not to go crazy. Don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy.
Don't go crazy. Here go 200 million.
And he was an underdog.
Just don't
and he
go
ran
crazy.
into 200.
Exactly. What the nigga told me is this, because it was one of the times, you know, when Kanye was bugging out, you know, we both mutual friends with Kanye. And I got another mutual friend with Kanye. And I was like, yo, your man is bugging. And he came to me, Cam, he said, Cam, you was bugging too one time. You say, well, I'm bugging, right? He said, Cam. He said, Cam, it was a time. I remember
you came with the pink fur, the pink
I'm talking
headband.
about the request is bugging, because sometimes I listen to niggas request, you know, I won't say which artist, but I know an artist that right now in his dressing room, it got to be 75 degrees temperature and all red Skittles in the bowl. No other color Skittles in the bowl. And 2 TVs with ESPN.
So what happened if they slip an M&M in there?
The whole thing is how many packs of Skittles you gotta buy to have a bowl of all red ones. Come on. That's how many packs is that?
Stab baby. How many packs does it take
They probably sell an all
to
red
get an
bag.
all red bowl of
Right.
Skittles?
But what he was telling me was, he said he was pulling my coat a little bit. He was like, Cam, I remember we had to do a scene in Miami and you had to be by the water and you told niggas you don't want to walk on the sand. They had to build you a little something. So he said they had to go to Home Depot and get wood for you to walk across to the water, because you say you don't walk on sand in the summer.
This is the Gary Coleman syndrome.
This is exactly the
I don't know, that man's
outlandish request. Can a woman have Gary Coleman syndrome?
Absolutely.
I don't know if you got the Gary Coleman syndrome.
Absolutely. But the point is, what he told me, what he said to me was, he said, Ken, don't act like you wasn't crazy and remind me of that situation. He said, remember this game don't come with no instructions, nigga. And it don't, because what he go through may not be what I go through. And what this nigga go through may not be there's no instructions to this shit. Same thing with athletes. They got a guideline they got to follow, but you could get away with certain shit depending on how nice you are.
There's no guidelines, and there's no instructions, but it is what they call a minefields.
Yeah.
Where you know this happened to this athlete, this happened to that person. And they shouldn't walk down those same paths, especially when you saw what it did to someone else.
Yeah,
So
money talks.
There you go. So you think.
So you think.
Right.
So if you run into a lot of money, get you a counselor, get you an advisor, because you'll need it.
Yes, for sure. All right, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back. Welcome back to It Is What It Is. Let's go ahead and get into our next topic. Deshaun Watson has over 20 sexual allegations, but he has $230 million secured with the Cleveland Browns. Daniel Jones just secured his contract with the Giants for $160 million.
Guaranteed, too.
If you're a masseuse, do you double back?
We're going to talk about it. Gary, finish.
And the Seahawks just reassigned Geno Smith for $105 million. But what happens to Lamar Jackson? And how do you feel about the Ravens franchise tagging him?
Is that the same Geno?
Geno, he got a third chance.
Geno got more chances than me, I know that much.
Yeah, Geno got a lot of chances. And for $105 million, he replaced Russell Wilson in Seattle. He had a decent year. They lost first round to play. $105 million, I don't know. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
For Geno, that's a lot.
What team is that?
The Seahawks. He took Russell Wilson's spot. Russell Wilson went to Denver.
I'm not going with that.
What I'll say is this. The Deshaun Watson thing, look, you can't even get mad at Deshaun Watson. If him and his agent leveraged the best deal in NFL history at that time, he hadn't played for a year, the sexual allegations, and they still leveraged the deal for that much money, all guaranteed. That's the problem now, that all the other franchises are probably mad at the Cleveland Browns. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Now you fucking it up for us setting that precedent.
Yeah, because if he gets that money guaranteed, everybody money should be guaranteed.
That's the problem with Lamar Jackson right now. So they franchise tagged him today. It's the soft franchise tag to where basically it's two different type of franchise tags. There's one where they exclusively franchise tag you, meaning that you can't talk to nobody else. And it's the soft one to where you could talk to other people and whatever they offer you, we could match it, or you could go to them and we get some assets. They gave him the soft one. The hard one, pause, nigga.
The franchise tag.
I said pause, nigga.
The franchise tag?
It's two different franchise tags, but the one where he can't talk to nobody else, he would have got $45 million this year. The one right now is at $32 million, but he could go negotiate with other teams. I feel Lamar Jackson. He's been a MVP of the league. Mm-hmm. He hasn't won that many playoff games because he's been injured. That's the only question, his durability towards the end of the season. But he has no off-the-field allegations about nothing. And he's been a league MVP. And he's a dual threat as far as rushing and passing. And you're guaranteeing somebody $230 million who got 25 hand job allegations. Who He
could have gave Lori Harvey the franchise tag on to that.
That's...
This might win.
So if teams don't want Lamar, why were the Giants afraid that they would want Daniel Jones?
My bad. Okay, you tried
That's
to
why
get
you
in there.
give her the franchise tag. See there?
Yeah, listen. What happened is this. So just so we clear on that situation.
Okay.
That's some slick shit that Daniel Jones did with the Giants. And also, because this is what happens, you can only franchise tag one player from the team. So it was Daniel Jones or Saquon Barkley. So they was like, damn, we gonna franchise the quarterback or we gonna franchise the running back? You could franchise the one player on the team. So the Giants didn't know whether to do the quarterback or the running back.
Who would you do?
Now, look, the quarterback's most essential, but that running back's special, too. I would go with the quarterback. Yes, Saquon and Barkley.
Yeah, I would give it to Barkley. Pause. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, but I'll let you go. Pause. What happened is, we'll let it go and let it slide, because I want to point the situation out. What happened is, when it was 10 minutes before the franchise tag was about to go, they did a deal with Daniel Jones, 4-year deal. So Daniel Jones, to me, he worked with the Giants, got his deal done, so then they franchised Saquon Barkley today, basically off the strength. But my thing is, the reason I'm bringing all this up, because Daniel Jones is like, yo, franchise the nigga.
Yeah.
He's
from Duke. Yeah, he's from Duke.
No, and he's a nigga.
Yeah.
He's black. Daniel Jones is white. Mm-hmm. I'm calling it is what it is. Yeah. That's the name of the show, nigga.
It is what it is.
Let's get the if you're white, make it all right. 4-year deal. And, yo, you black nigga, take this $10 million a year and be happy with it. We franchise tagging you. So right before it was all over, the Giants quarterback did a deal with the Giants for 4 years, and they franchised the nigga Saquon Barkley on some nigga shit. Like, yo, just sit down. We'll get to you when we get to you. If we do a long-term deal with you, we'll do a long-term deal with you. That'll be that.
Okay.
All right.
All right, awesome. So we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. Welcome back to It Is What It Is. We're going to go ahead and get into our next topic, the New York Jets. They are in talk with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. He is currently the oldest active quarterback in the league at 39 years old. Mm-hmm. And the Packers had an 8-9 record this season. Would this be a good trade, and when is it time for him to give it up?
Aaron Rodgers, that's a hard one to say, because I don't got many quarterbacks better than him. Their QBR, everyone's QBR is not higher than his. And if you're the New York Jets, look at me. Who else are you going to wait on? You got to wait. You're at the bottom of the totem pole. You got to wait. You can't call no shots. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
I was watching porn. I don't give a fuck about either one of these niggas. Look. I was dead ass watching porn. My bad. I don't give a fuck about Aaron Rodgers. I don't give a fuck about I I was more interested in this and that topic. Aaron Rodgers is a crybaby. He ain't been to fucking Super Bowl since
Aaron
2000.
Rodgers?
Well, no, he ain't been to one Super Bowl. He only played in February one time his whole fucking career. He ain't been to the Super Bowl since 2020. Good quarterback. I don't care about a regular season quarterback. Fuck, I'm gonna do with a regular season quarterback, but go to the regular season. Everybody's in the regular season.
Who else are you gonna wait on then?
If you the Jets, I don't care about the Jets either. Let me tell you something about the Jets. The Jets is worse than the Knicks. See, we from New York.
We from New York. I never thought about the Jets.
The last time the Jets won was 1969 with fucking with Joe Cool and all that.
But this could turn it all around.
Yeah, all right. I'm tired of Jets. The fucking Jets ain't. I'm tired of the Knicks. The Knicks and the Jets have not. We ain't been allowed to see them win. We seen the Giants win. We seen the Yankees win. The Rangers. Mm-hmm. The Rangers won. The Knicks haven't won since I've been alive, and the Jets hasn't won before that. I don't give a fuck about Aaron Rodgers.
So you don't care about the championship that Phil Jackson won?
Yes, he was 1973. We wasn't born. That's when Phil Jackson was playing. We wasn't born. Fuck Aaron Rodgers and your crybaby ass. You go in the tunnel in the dark and want to make these decisions. You hold Green Bay up every fucking year. If you want to play. I would love to see you play. I think you're a great player, but I think you go through too much and get too little. You haven't been to a Super Bowl in going on a decade and a half, and you only been to one your whole career. Quit.
That's crazy.
The Jets, y'all had a good season. See, now this is the thing that pisses me off about the Jets. The Jets, y'all niggas had a great season, and not even a great season, pardon me. It's great to us because they almost made the playoffs. Like, niggas like, woo, the Jets was 1-1 away from the playoffs, nigga. The niggas almost killed it this year. Hey, yo, listen, y'all want to talk about the Jets and Aaron Rodgers?
They waited on Tim Tebow, though, Cam.
Yeah,
they waited on Tim Tebow.
This is the dumb shit that we talk about the Jets do.
Yeah.
You think listen, Aaron Rodgers is still good and all that, but this is the 39-year-old Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying he still ain't nice. He just got MVP last year. But I don't care. I'm not going. You've been to one Super Bowl, murder.
Okay.
What you talking about?
What about Tom Brady? Did he win one in his old age?
I know what you up to, man.
Huh? Oh.
What about Tom
you
Brady?
What
about Tom Brady?
Where my other ones at?
What do you want to talk about with Tom Brady?
I knew he was going to try to get... Oh, we're not going to commercial break yet. Come on.
Listen.
Oh, yeah. You think we're playing with him.
Stat, baby, don't ever in your life get up the hand and many things in your life. You won't get paid. Listen.
Baby.
Now I'm going super smarter than everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Camera on me. Let's go to the next topic.
Okay.
Yeah. How you like that?
It's great. Aaron Rodgers still been to one Super Bowl, no matter what glasses.
You waited on Tim Tebow.
I didn't wait on Tim Tebow. I knew Tim Tebow was trash. Tim Tebow's just a better analyst than he is baseball player, football player, any player. He was good in college. So that shit don't always translate to the pros.
I knew you was going to try to one-up me.
Hey, listen. I thought it was...
I'm from Harlem. You know I got one up my sleeve. Hey.
Okay, with that being said, we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back. Welcome back to It Is What It Is. Let's go ahead and get into our next topic. Since joining the Mavs, Kyrie has a 4-5 record, and he lost the game-winning shot to the Pacers. The Suns are 3-0 after KD's return from his MCL sprain. But Booker and Durant have broken a record for the most points in only 3 games for a duo, and they're up there with Wilt Chamberlain and players. Were any of these trades worth it?
I think it was worth it. My genius opinion, I think it was worth it. I think Kyrie and Luka hit 40 and 40, and they're the official 40-40 club. I don't think Devin Booker and Kevin Durant can make 50-50. You want to wager?
You like my new glasses that I just put on?
I love them. They're absolutely amazing.
Are they better than his?
Tell the truth.
You could be honest about it.
I mean, I don't know. I like them both.
You could like.
I really do like them both.
If you had to take one, if you had to pick one.
I mean, those are making a statement.
That's
what does it say? Wait, Cameron.
Those are not making a statement.
Cameron, come
One is making a statement, and one is
making a statement.
Look at the detail. On the side, there's a dollar sign, and on the side,
asked her what she likes
there's
better.
a dollar sign.
Which ones? If you had to pick
you like
one,
money?
Those are nice.
You like money?
Love it.
You like money?
Love it.
Okay, give me my other glasses. I knew he was going to try that.
Yo, listen.
So I bought a third pair.
Yo, listen.
Just in case. Let's get back to the topic, buddy.
I like that.
Yeah, let's get back to the topic.
So the topic was. I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna say I kept a third pair too. I like these.
Sneaky.
Right. What is the topic?
Okay.
The trades?
The trades.
The Suns haven't lost yet. The Suns are 3-0 when Kevin Durant is with the Suns. The Kyrie, Luka thing, I don't know if that's definitely gonna work. You went to a game recently.
Yeah, I did.
The game that you went to, how was it?
They won at the last minute. It looked like they were playing for stats, honestly. It looked like they were both trying to get their 40 and their 40, you know.
Who do you think is better off after the trade, the Phoenix Suns or the Dallas Mavericks?
I think because Chris Paul listened to me last time, you know.
Oh, he heard you.
Yeah, he heard me.
He heard you.
And they had a team meeting.
Yeah. Okay.
And then KD got together.
Oh.
I think I want to say Phoenix, but I don't know yet. Sometimes the teams that start off the worst end up the best.
So I'm going with Phoenix over the Mavericks. In the West, period.
If they get Dwight Howard, and they fly DeMarcus Cousins in to maybe, what's his name? Mark. The guy that I'm having a brain.
You're saying who's he?
If
play
they
for?
get Dwight Howard
Phoenix supposed to get Dwight Howard, you're saying?
and they get Marcus Cousins, they could win.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Mark Cuban, listen to me. Get Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, and y'all will win.
Dwight Howard's my man. I don't necessarily have a relationship with DeMarcus Cousins. I think he's a good player.
They could get him for cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think either one of them equal up to Kevin Durant. I just think Kevin Durant's a different type of player. What I will say is this: I like the way Denver's looking. I like Phoenix. Only thing that I will say outside of those two teams in the West is look out for Golden State. I think the Golden State
Killer. You think Golden State can beat Denver?
Yes.
I want to know, are you going on the record on this? I need Cameron, look at me. Cam, are you going on the record that Denver cannot beat Golden State in a 7-game series?
Did you hear what I said? Maybe he's not listening. Maybe he's on his own type of time. I said I like Denver and I like Phoenix. That's exactly how I started shit off. I said I like these two teams.
I think it's the glasses. You're not seeing it right.
And then I said I like Golden State. What I think happened with Golden State this year is that they had a bad start to the year when Draymond snuffed Shorty. And Draymond couldn't really beat Draymond. Before All-Star break, they was like an 11th seed. I looked yesterday, they're the 5th seed in the West. And I think right now is the time they're going to turn up. And I think the teams in the West should beware of Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry just came back. Everybody's healthy. They know what it takes to win a championship. I just think they had a really bad start to the season with Draymond and Jordan Poole.
So you're putting it on Draymond?
I'm not putting it on Draymond. I'm putting it Draymond couldn't be Draymond. I think Draymond could. You see during the season, Draymond wows out during the middle of the season. Draymond been quiet as a church mouse this season. No technical fouls, no yelling at niggas.
I don't like that Draymond.
Yeah, me neither. He couldn't be Draymond.
I like the Draymond that stepped over LeBron.
Yeah, exactly.
And made LeBron go like that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's rather LeBron did that to him also. But I think Draymond couldn't be himself because they got him basically snuffing the nigga. And I think right now everybody's going to turn on. Golden State is my sleeper. But I'm going with Phoenix. But Golden State, right now, this time of year, they know what to do. 5th seed in the West right now. Number 5 seed.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Welcome back to It Is What It Is. Let's go ahead and get into our next topic. We're talking about LeBron. He is out for a couple games after an injury. He could be sidelined for 3 weeks. But AD has only seemed to get more aggressive, now averaging 35 PPG, 10.7 RPG, and 2.7 APG. Do the Lakers need LeBron? And did LeBron stop AD's shine?
Go ahead and hate on LeBron like you usually do. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't hate on
Take it
LeBron.
away.
You always hate on LeBron.
I think LeBron is great.
You always hate on him and his son. It's his
No,
family.
no,
You hate
no,
on
no.
Last show you hate on with the Mikey Williams nigga.
Oh, my
Yes,
goodness.
you did. Go ahead.
I think LeBron is great. I think Jordan is just better. That's my preference, you know? I think Bronny is going to be better than Mikey Williams. He's looking like it now. A week has changed that.
You don't have to explain if you hate niggas
But
to me.
no, it's not.
Okay,
It's
if you
not
do-
a hate.
if
It's
you-
not a hate.
if you
It's
don't
like
like-
this. It's like LeBron. Some players, when they get with LeBron, they don't play their best. He diminishes them. You know,
Like who?
everybody's not there just to watch him ball.
Like, give me who he diminished. Make
You
your
want
shit
the
out.
list?
Look at you. Just give me three
You want
niggas
the
he
list?
diminished.
Kevin Love?
He won a championship with Kevin Love.
But he
Come
wasn't
on.
the same Kevin Love.
Yo, listen, because that Kevin Love could have averaged 30, but he wasn't getting a chip.
Okay,
He never even
but
been to the
you could
playoffs.
give you someone, so I just gave
So
you
he
someone.
diminished the nigga, but got him a championship.
No, I'm saying the way he plays is great for him, but it's not great for everybody that play with him.
If you want to hate
Hey,
it, yo,
listen. I like LeBron.
She asked you about the Lakers, my nigga. And what
All
they
right,
want.
and then, you know I'm a lifetime Laker fan.
My team, the Globetrotters, we don't never lose. I'm from Harlem, nigga. I'm from the Harlem Globetrotters.
Okay,
nigga.
okay.
We don't lose never.
Well, I'm
nigga.
a lifetime Laker fan.
Yeah, all right. Since when? I don't remember this, to be honest with you.
Who
I really-
was my team?
I really don't remember.
Who was
you
my
being
team?
a Laker fan at all.
Magic.
I never seen you with no Converse. I never seen you with the.
I
no New
cried
Balance.
when Magic left.
Yeah, so did I, nigga. I cried when he got AIDS, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? That ain't got shit to do with motherfucking being a lifetime Laker fan.
I'm a lifetime Laker fan.
Well, she asked you a question. What you think about this
What
situation?
do I think about the new look Lakers?
Do you think they need LeBron?
Of course they need LeBron, but guys are gonna flourish with him not
Nigga
there.
said,
You know?
but. Nigga said, of course they need LeBron. But what kind of shit is that?
Yo,
That's wow. Yeah, my fault. I didn't even mean to interrupt.
listen,
I'm sorry.
of course they need LeBron. LeBron is great for the franchise. He's great on their team. It's just, you know, everybody's not there just to watch you ball. Other people want to ball too. What do you think about that?
That wasn't even a question. That's how much he hate LeBron. That he just goes off the whole
Where do
fucking
I
question.
get a hate? Why you keep trying
Because-
to put LeBron hate on me?
because that
You know, me
wasn't
and
the
his wife
question.
have the same birthday. We're aligned.
How you know that? Why
I
do
did
you
my
know that?
research. I'm on a show about sports. I got to know what I'm talking about.
His wife mind her business. She don't be doing nothing but be home.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why another reason why I like the Lakers.
You are a LeBron hater that you did some whole shit on LeBron and that wasn't even a question. The actual question
The
is?
question was,
Do the Lakers need LeBron?
I said, of course they do.
No.
So how is
It's a two-part question.
And did LeBron stop AD's shine?
You know the answer to that. Everybody, look at me, TV Land. You answer the question. Put a poll up right now. Does LeBron stop AD shine? Does LeBron having a ball make Westbrook less effective? Anybody playing the point knows what it's like to have your three bringing up the ball. Where does that put you? It just so happened that Paxson can shoot. B.J. Armstrong can shoot. But if Scotty brings the ball up, it puts you down low. It's like when a 7-footer can dribble the ball. Where does it put the guy that's 6 feet?
I'm not co-signing none of this shit.
You not?
Said none of
So
it.
growing up, if our big man brought up the ball, where would you be?
I'd have to just go on the wing.
You have to be a spot-up shooter from the corner with 2 seconds to go. It's like what Luka does. He does all that and give you the ball with 2 seconds, and then you got to throw up a Hail Mary. I'm done with this. It is what it is.
Listen,
Okay.
I didn't even get my go yet. That's how crazy this shit is with this nigga.
Go ahead.
It's a luxury to have a big man pause who could bring the ball up. That's
Okay.
a luxury. Now he trying to criticize him. My man do this same shit. Yo, why niggas ain't on the block? Niggas supposed to be doing footwork. Why niggas ain't doing this no more? He want nigga be doing this on the block all day.
Yeah.
Them days is over. All this Akeem on the block.
Oh, that's great.
Yo, listen, I miss it too, Murder. I miss all the.
No, but if you give me the ball with 3 seconds to go and I got I got different layup packages, different things I can do, and you give it to me with 3 seconds. I can't do nothing like that.
So anyway, I think LeBron wants AD to be the man. I think the AD is the best ability is availability, and AD is not always available. I think that LeBron defers to AD. He says be the man, kind of how Dwayne Wade did when LeBron was in Miami. And AD just can't cash the check. He's always hurt. You're never available. You're doing your ability.
I don't disagree
He
with
has
that.
no ability. He's not for me. Best ability is availability and durability. He has neither one of those. If he was on the court, I think that he would be the man. I think LeBron would be like, yo, I'm fucking 38. I could take us to the Baja, but I want you to take us to the Baja, and I'll play the wing. Nigga, I already did what I was supposed to do. You supposed to be doing all this shit, and he's not.
So do you think he blocked his shine? Answer the question.
The answer to the question is, I think that he blocks his shine because AD is giving him the ball to block his shine. I think that the answer to the question is, I would say no.
My God.
I would say no. I say the answer to the question is no. I think AD is blocking his own shine because he's never available, and that puts more pressure on LeBron to make sure that the team tries to have at least a reasonable record to get into the play-in, minimum. Okay. So the answer is no. I don't think LeBron is blocking AD shine. I think AD not being available is blocking his own shine.
So explain LeBron not being there and him scoring 40. And when LeBron is present, his numbers go.
No, but he scored 40 when LeBron there too. LeBron give it to him when for the game on the line. You gotta watch that shit. If you're a Lakers fan,
stat baby.
If you pay him any money, you would not pay him. But he said he got his own nigga named Mr. Know-It-All.
I need a little Asian guy say Mr. Know-It-All.
Don't pay him no money. He already plotting to go against you. We not.
Mr. Know-It-All will be here.
Yeah, well, if you want to go get Stat Baby, we put it up. Let's go. Let's get it.
Okay.
All right then.
Mr. Know-It-All knows it all.
Yeah, I thought you was Mr. Know-It-All. How many of y'all are?
It's a group.
Yeah, is it?
It's a group.
Yeah.
It's a conglomerate.
Y'all Masons.
Yeah.
The Masons.
Of know-it-alls. They walk around with their computer and go like this and can give you the stats. And then it's always accurate. Right. You remember I came in and I said, I know everything?
Yeah.
I got the know-it-alls.
Well, listen, when you came here last time, you told me you was going with the Mavericks. Now you like the Suns better because Chris Paul listened to you. Which one is it? To answer your question is this, I think that AD let me look at the camera. AD, get your fucking life together in the offseason. How about that? You always hurt. You ain't played 82 games yet. I think you played 82 games. Never in 13 seasons, 12 seasons, however many fucking seasons you've been there. Mind you, LeBron is spending $2.5 million on his body pause in the offseason to make sure he's in shape. Meanwhile, you can't do shit but grow a unibrow. Get your fucking act together in the offseason and stop letting people down. People are dependent on you, my nigga. All right? Thank you.
All right. So for now, we'll just agree to disagree. Okay. Well, we will be right back. Welcome back to It Is What It Is. We're going to go ahead and get into our last topic. Travis and Jason Kelce made headlines for being the first brothers at the Super Bowl. But Travis also made headlines for apparently being cheap with his ex-girlfriend, Kayla Nicole. There were claims that he made her split everything 50-50 throughout their 5-year relationship.
Wow.
But is that okay?
Should
you treat your girl?
What makes him cheap about that?
I mean, teach their own.
It depends on what he was doing.
You're a female. Do you think he's being cheap? What's your perspective on it? Excuse me.
I think it depends on what they're splitting. Do they live together? There's a lot of different factors, I think.
Were they married?
Like you're right. And who's working, are there kids involved? Like something, there's a lot of different
things. Everything's 50-50. Do you have a problem with that? Rent, electricity, dinner, out to the movies. Do you have a problem?
If I'm living with my boyfriend, then
yes. You just can't say yes or no, can you?
Then yes.
Why is that a problem?
You have a problem.
I just I'm a little old school. Like, I'd rather.
I think that. Listen, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of why you feel. Because listen, I bet you majority, and he's an all-pro NFL player, so the majority of any female gonna have a problem with that because he's the breadwinner.
Right.
Especially if she came there for the bag.
Yeah, she might have.
That's a nightmare if she came for
the bag. Let me tell you something though. If he drank Travis Kelce, if you drink Pink Horsepower, you wouldn't have to pay for shit. She would be paying for everything. I'm telling you right now, you'll break a bitch back with this, my nigga. You won't pay for $1 for nothing, and it won't be a problem neither. Go to pinkhorsepower.net. You won't ever have to pay for anything.
Well, she'll let him sleep on the couch?
No, she'll be licking his toes and all type of all everything else. After he drink this and hit her off, he won't pay for nothing.
What's in that pink horsepower?
Mortimer. Go to the website and find out, but I promise you, listen, the females, I'm telling you now, a lot of females came up to me and been like, yo, Cam, this saved my marriage. I promise you on everything I love. They tell me, yo, come over here, nigga, tell them how this saved our marriage. And they'll be like, yo, this shit saved our marriage. Yo, Jeezy, you got what, crazy? Yeah. Crazy, my nigga. So, you know what's crazy? And not to get too deep, because we on Travis Kelce, but I took this one time, and then one time I didn't take it with a female. She wanted me to take it, and she told, and I never really paid attention to this murder, is that, you know what she told me? And, you know, I'm growing. She's like, yo, I want you to take that because you kind of rough me up a little bit when you take that. And I'm like, oh, you want to be roughed up.
I was reading the ingredients. They put that, my wife put that in my salad.
That's why you got the kids, nigga. ASAP, go on my Instagram page. You'll see when ASAP Rocky took this, Rihanna was pregnant. Seriously, I'm dead serious.
She went back for a second one.
Yeah. He's a loyal customer. He's a very loyal customer. ASAP, what up there? Harlem, baby. Harlem. But, I think Travis Kelce, he shouldn't make her pay. That nigga's all pro. He's a super duper millionaire. If she's getting money like he is, I could dig it, but...
Yeah, and it wasn't a short relationship. It was 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't say 5 years.
Yeah, it was 5 years. It wasn't a
5
fling.
years, they shouldn't be going 50-50. I think he should do the whole thing, 100%.
Agree.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's it today on It Is What It Is. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Put the person with the best glasses back on.
Yes.
We'll see y'all next time, man.
We'll see you next time.
Mercy, I owe you something. Big pause, no homo, but I owe you something for real. You been like super consistent.